Hi friends, welcome. This week we're talking about dinosaurs, and I know you probably know some things about dinosaurs already. So I'm going to read this story first. It's called Dinosaur Bones, and it's by Bob Barner. Dinosaur Bones. Dinosaurs are gone for good. We don't have dinosaurs on Earth anymore. The last dinosaurs lived 85 million years ago, and dinosaurs became extinct because of climate changes that made it hard for them to find enough food. So whatever we find now that has to do with dinosaurs are either their bones or fossils. We're going to talk more about that later. Maybe dinosaurs once lived in your neighborhood. The first dinosaur bones were discovered in England in the 1820s, and since then, dinosaur fossils have been found all over the world. Fossils are bones and footprints that have been preserved in the Earth's crust. Dinosaurs had teeth to bite and jaws to chew. The shape of the jaws and the teeth help scientists find out if a dinosaur was a meat-eating dinosaur or a plant-eating dinosaur. Dinosaurs with sharp teeth, like the T-Rex, ate, what do you think? What does a T-Rex eat? That's right, they eat meat. Dinosaurs with sharp teeth were meat eaters. They walked the earth when those bones were new. Tyrannosaurus rex means king of the tyrant lizards. Its arms were so short it couldn't even scratch its chin. Can you scratch your chin? I can scratch mine. The T-Rex couldn't. It was the first T-Rex skeleton was found in Montana in 1902. A T-Rex skull can weigh up to 750 pounds. That is a lot, my friends. That is a lot, way more than any human weighs. That is a lot of weight. They had bones for legs and bones for hips. So here are the leg bones, and here's where the hips would be. Scientists study the bones to find out more about dinosaurs. Some dinosaurs had hips like birds, and others had hips like lizards. Many dinosaurs were giants, but some were small. Some were even as small as the size of a chicken. Did you know that there were dinosaurs the size of a chicken? That's kind of funny to think about. Dinosaur bones were used on long dinosaur trips. Some dinosaurs traveled and hunted in groups or herds. Living in groups helped protect them from predators. We know that means things that want to eat them. Ancient footprints show that baby dinosaurs were often protected from predators by walking in the center of the herd. Oh, so that means the older dinosaurs would keep them safe. They would protect them by being around them and having the babies go in the middle. They had bones with discs and bones with points. Stegosaurus had pointed bones on its back. Its small head held a brain that was the size of a walnut. How big would that be? Pretty small, right? So that's about like that size. And then if you think about our brain, if we put our fists together, is about like that. It's right inside of there, right? But this dinosaur that's much bigger than us only has a brain that is the size of a walnut. That's pretty small. They had bones for running with sockets and joints. Stegosaurus spent most of the time munching plants to feed its huge body. It used the spikes on its tail to fight attacks from meat-eating dinosaurs like Allosaurus. So the plant eaters would have things to protect their bodies like spikes and bony plates to help protect them from getting eaten by predators. Today, only bones are left to show. Triceratops had a skull 1/3 the length of its body, so that means a really big head. It gathered plants with its turtle-like beak and chewed food with teeth in the back of its mouth. So another plant eater. You can see how their teeth are not sharp like the meat eaters, but they do have horns or spikes or different things that help to protect them from those meat-eating predators. But dinosaurs rumbled and creaked long, long ago. Triceratops means three-horned face. This plant eater was generally peaceful. However, it did use its long horns to fight when it was attacked. Triceratops was one of the last dinosaurs to exist before they went extinct. So when you see dinosaur bones at a museum in town, scientists put together dinosaur bones like a puzzle. They used chisels, dinosaur saws, and diamond saws and dental drills to remove the bones from rock. The skeletons were held together with metal wires and pipes. So they have to put all the pieces together that they find, and sometimes if it's missing a piece, they'll even make that piece out of plaster, and then they put it all together like a giant puzzle. It takes a lot of working and learning and researching to find out how those pieces fit together. So remember, a dinosaur once used them to get around. Brachiosaurus weighed more than 10 elephants. That's a lot. That's heavy. It was one of the heaviest and longest dinosaurs. A hungry Brachiosaurus used its very long neck to reach tender leaves at the top of trees. And here it shows some different dinosaurs and their height. So you can see some of the really big and tall dinosaurs, like the Brachiosaurus that was 40 feet in height and had that really long neck. Here's the T-Rex, which wasn't quite as high. He's probably about 30 to 35 feet tall. Here's the Parasaurolophus. He's the one with that funny head like that. And he's probably about 25 feet tall. The Spinosaurus is this one. He's about just a little shorter than that other one. Here's a Stegosaurus. He's pretty short, but he has those bumpy plates on his back. Probably about between 15 and 20 feet tall. Here's the Triceratops over here, also about the same. And then you can see some little small ones, this Eoplophosaurus and this Compsognathus. I hope I said that one right. And those are really tiny. This one, remember they said it like the size of a chicken. This one's only 5 feet tall, but even that, for a human, that would be almost the size of maybe, not quite as tall as maybe your mom or dad. I know that 5 foot is almost as tall as I am, so that's not too much. Just a few inches taller than that. And then another nice thing at the back of this book, it has a dinometer, and it has a nice a way of organizing information back here that shows you the different dinosaurs we just talked about, and then what did it eat. So some are meat and some are plants. How long was it? How much did it weigh? Oh, and look, here are the different footprints of these different dinosaurs, and they have different kinds of footprints. So this is a great book. I hope you'll read it sometime. Nonfiction book called Dinosaur Bones by Bob Barner. Now before we go, I wanted to show you some words and some fossils since we were just talking about that in the book. So over here we have some dinosaur words. I bet you might know what that is. Something sharp at the end of their arms, their hands. Right there you have a claw. So the meat-eating dinosaurs definitely had those sharp claws that they used because they were predators. Okay, this is the bone that is on the top of our body, and also dinosaurs had one too that holds your brain. It's called your skull, right? And this one is actually just says bone, but I can see that it's a spine. Your spine is your backbone. It's if you feel on your back and you feel that bumpy thing right there, that's what holds your whole body up. We need that. It holds our heavy head and it keeps our body straight standing up. Okay, so that's very important, that bone. This is the skeleton, so all the bones that are underneath your skin, you have one too. You have a skeleton. This is a dinosaur skeleton. Footprint, like we saw in the back of that book, different dinosaurs had different footprints, and this actually looks like a fossil of a footprint, which means it was left inside some dirt or clay and hardened into rock. Okay, and this is a fossil of a dinosaur. Same thing. So that dinosaur, when it was not alive anymore, it was still inside the dirt and turned into a rock there, and then we can see the outline of that dinosaur, and those might even be bones left in there. Volcano. So when the time of dinosaurs, there were a lot of volcanoes. And in fact, that's some of how the fossils lasted so long is sometimes the volcanoes, when they exploded, when they erupted, they would have hot lava that would come down and fossilize things, plants and animals. That hot lava would turn into rock when it was cooled down, and that would save prints of different animals and plants that were from that time. A paleontologist is somebody who studies dinosaurs and fossils. So a paleontologist, if you are really interested in dinosaurs, maybe that's something you'd like to be when you grow up. And all dinosaurs laid eggs. Dinosaurs are actually reptiles. We talked about reptiles last week, and dinosaurs are reptiles. So they all laid eggs, and that is how they had their babies. So I have some fossils here. They're not real fossils, but they're meant to look like real fossils. And I want you to get a good look so you can see what the whole idea is. Can you tell what kind of fossil that would be? So that's a fern. That's a kind of plant. Okay, that's what that one is. I bet you've seen something that looks like this before when you went to the beach. That is a shell fossil, right? That's a clam shell is what that one is. All right, let's see. Oh, you might have seen this one if you go to a beach too. Usually you find them, they're pretty broken, but this one is a sand dollar or a sea urchin fossil. See that bumpy part on the top? Okay, let's see what else we have. Ooh, this is from dun 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 dun. It's a shark tooth fossil. So when sharks lose their teeth all the time, and they get new teeth, they grow new teeth, and so this one is a tooth that would have gone into dirt or rock and then made an imprint lasted, and that's how we get fossils. All right, maybe you know what that one is. Can you see what that is? Kind of looks like an insect, right? But it's something from the ocean. That's a shrimp fossil. Here are some older ones. So this is something called a trilobite, and it was some kind of like a bug or an animal that lived a long time ago, a trilobite. And that's a trilobite fossil. And then this one looks also like a shell, and it's called an ammonite fossil. You can see that one looks like kind of like a snail shell, right? And then here's the last one I have for you. This one is supposed to be leaves, some kind of plant that got fossilized in the rock, and then we have an imprint of it. And that's what a fossil is. So that's how we learn about dinosaurs and their bones is through fossils. And that's what paleontologists study. So I hope you enjoyed this story and learning more about fossils and dinosaur bones. And I am missing you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, my friends.